Hi, good evening. This is my third video. It's 25th of January, so we're nearly towards the end of the month. I was going to talk about one of the little goals or challenges that I set myself at the start of the year, which was to do a no by January. Basically, opting out of consumerism and only spending on the essentials. And by and large, that's been achieved. I know we've still got a month to go to the end of the month, but the impact that it's had on me and things that I've observed from doing no by January, looking back on things that I've done in the past and how I've spent money and how it's been a kind of a distraction from things that are going on at that time. How I've kind of used it as a soothing tool. I'm sure other people do the same as well. So it's definitely opened my eyes to how I've coped in the past compared to who I want to be in the future. And I've definitely been thinking twice about just clicking the Amazon app on my phone, and Amazon's got a solution for a problem you didn't even have, that you didn't even know you had. Is the saying that I've heard, and it's just so easy to open the app, or whatever you've seen. There might be a Facebook or Instagram advert. You click on it, and it's all of a sudden you're £15-20 gone, easy, just like that, and then it stays in your bottom of your drawer for. You use it a few times and it stays in your drawer and doesn't see the light of day, and then all of a sudden you're giving it away for free, or it goes to the recycling bin. This weekend we've been having a bit of a clear out, because we've taken inspiration from some minimalist podcasts and YouTube and documentaries that we've been watching, and it's kind of brought it into a sharp contrast how much stuff we actually do have. So we've been having a bit of a declutter. Some stuff has been kind of, didn't realise, forgot we had that. And then some stuff is like, why did I buy that? And then other stuff, it's like, don't need that anymore. So today has just pretty much been dominated with first thing this morning was we got up and got on with it. We divided ourselves up into different tasks. One was doing vintage listings. I've been doing Facebook listings. I've done a tip run, tried to do a charity shop run, and when you see it all laid out, all the stuff, you realise, why have I got all this stuff? So we've kind of been categorising it into the essential, non-essential, and junk, and just trying to create some rules around what fits into those three categories. And essential is obviously stuff that you need every day to get by. Non-essential is stuff that's not obviously not needed every day, or not needed for a job, or but it makes your life easier, more comfortable. And then the junk is the stuff that you absolutely don't need, and it's kind of the consumerism that we all do, that we're all guilty of. I've got stuff all around me at the minute, on the floor, on the windowsill, and the shelves. There's boxes and boxes are full of stuff, which we've gone through the process of listing to see if it's useful for someone else. Other stuff, if it doesn't go, then it will. The next step is to see if it's donatable, and then the next step after that, to get it out of the house, will be to recycling. It's not good, but it's something that we need to do to be able to move on, and kind of create that space, and be a bit more mindful and disciplined in the future, to not we've got that space, and we're not going back and filling it again, just because there is space and there's a bit of spare cash there. One of the drivers for it is that any cash that is generated is going to go back into our emergency funds or into savings, which will be nice, more useful, a bit of a more positive use for that, as opposed to just going back on a self-fulfilling prophecy and spending that cash because it's burning a hole in your pocket. So that's the idea. It's been quite tough actually today to see all of the items that we've got laid out in front of us. It's gathered. We've been collecting these bits and pieces over years, and from before we were in together. There's bits and pieces that've been up in the loft in boxes that haven't seen the light of day for years and years and years. And it's there are memories there, but the memories live within you, not within the stuff. So some of the tough emotions today has been about just realizing and recognizing that, and being happy to move it on, and maybe let it go to someone else, to be useful to someone else, and not hold on to it. No emotional attachments. One of the documentaries we watched about minimalism talked about the average household having over 300,000 items within their house, in the garages and the lofts and around the house. We don't have children, and I kind of thought, well, there's no way we could have that many, but I'm laying it all out and seeing the stuff, the work that we've still got to do to create the space and reduce our items down, unnecessary items down. Is you can easily see how people amount to that amount, or that quantity of individual items. It's it does bring on a bit of anxiety, but it also at the same time it's kind of quite freeing as well to see you actually getting on with it and seeing stuff move on. Today I've had a box outside the front of the house, which we've donated several items to that's free to other people in the village. So that's been quite nice just to do something like that. So it's not all about trying to recoup money. If it can be given away to someone else or get use out of it instead of sitting in our cupboards, then that's been quite nice to do as well. Equally, I did try to take some items to a charity box, to the donation box to the charity shop today, but they had their no donations today sign out. So unfortunately that box went to the tip. But never mind, maybe next time. Anyway, that's just wanted to ramble on a little bit about our decluttering and looking into or embracing a more minimalist lifestyle. Cool. I'll join me again next week, see how we're getting on, see what the next subject is. But yeah, all good, moving forwards, and feeling positive. Thank you. Bye bye.